When people hear the name Rambo, they probably picture Sylvester Stallone flexing his way through explosions while wielding a machine gun the size of a small sedan. But before he became an action movie deity with unlimited ammo and a never-ending supply of bandanas, there was First Blood from 1982, a surprisingly emotional tale about a man, a town, and a sheriff who just couldn't take a hint. The film starts with Rambo, a wandering ex-Green Beret with a tragic past and a fashion sense that screams functional but stylish. He rolls into Hope, Washington, a town so scenic it looks like it belongs on a postcard, except for one tiny problem. It's run by Sheriff Will Teasel, played by Brian Dennehy, a man whose job description apparently includes being terrible at reading social cues. Upon spotting Rambo, Teasel decides he's too scruffy and mysterious for his picturesque little town.
Now jump in. I'll make sure you head in the right direction, huh?
Instead of, letting him grab a sandwich and be on his way, Teasel makes it his mission to escort Rambo right out of town. Rambo, however, does the unthinkable. He turns around and walks back in. This minor act of defiance launches a chain reaction of events that escalates from mild inconvenience to town-wide catastrophe at an alarming speed. Teasel, being a man of patience, absolutely none, arrests Rambo for vagrancy because in Hope, looking like a troubled war hero is apparently a crime. What follows is a series of police blunders so ridiculous you'd think they were trying to get themselves outsmarted. Inside the station, the cops try to give Rambo a shower. Now, I don't know about you, but if I were about to forcibly groom a guy who looks like he could snap my spine with his pinky, I might reconsider. But these officers? Oh no, they double down on bad decisions. This triggers Rambo's Vietnam PTSD, and before you can say bad idea,
I don't want you to cut your own throat.
He's unleashed chaos upon the station, escaping into the woods like a particularly vengeful deer. With Rambo loose in the wild, the local police, armed with a confidence that is both admirable and entirely misplaced, chase after him into the unforgiving terrain. This, of course, goes about as well as you'd expect. Rambo, being the Swiss Army knife of survivalists, turns the forest into his personal playground. He crafts traps out of twigs, blends into the scenery like a woodland ninja, and generally makes the cops look like a group of mall security guards on their first day. One by one, Teasel's men fall victim to Rambo's home alone meets National Geographic level of preparedness. Booby traps?
Check.
Improvised weapons?
Check.
The realization that they have picked a fight with the wrong guy? Oh, that check is getting written in bold letters. At this point, Colonel Samuel Troutman, played by Richard Crenna, arrives, looking like a man who just woke up to find his kids spray-painted the dog. As Rambo's former commanding officer, he knows exactly what his former soldier is capable of, and he spends the rest of the film dropping logic bombs that everyone proceeds to ignore. He essentially tells Teasel, "Congratulations, you have enraged a man trained to kill with a blade of grass." Maybe stop before he turns Hope into a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Teasel naturally does not stop. After toying with the police like a cat batting around a very unlucky mouse, Rambo decides he's had enough. He returns to town and engages in what can only be described as highly aggressive urban renewal. Gas stations explode, bullets fly, and Teasel finally realizes that antagonizing a human weapon might have been a slight miscalculation. But just as you think Rambo is about to take over the town and declare himself mayor, something unexpected happens. He stops. He breaks down in tears, delivering a monologue that would make even the most hardened action fan misty-eyed. He's not some mindless killing machine. He's a broken man, a soldier discarded by the country he fought for, lost and alone. Stallone, who up until this point had mostly communicated through grunts and sheer physical presence, delivers a genuinely moving performance that reminds you this movie is about something. Unlike its sequels, where Rambo transforms into a walking, bandana-clad arsenal capable of single-handedly wiping out entire armies, First Blood keeps things grounded. It's not about body counts or excessive explosions, though we do get a solid helping of those. It's about trauma, injustice, and the way society fails its veterans. Yet, despite its deeper themes, the film is also hilarious in hindsight, not because it was meant to be funny, but because watching law enforcement repeatedly fail to contain one angry man with a knife is just chef's kiss levels of absurdity. If nothing else, it should be required viewing for police academies under the section, What Not to Do. If you've never seen First Blood, fix that immediately. It's not just a great action movie, it's a great movie, period. It has drama, action, unintentional comedy, and a message that still holds up today. Plus, it teaches valuable life lessons like don't provoke a wandering war vet and small-town police should probably focus on actual crimes instead of harassing drifters. And let's talk about Rambo's survival skills for a second. This man makes a poncho out of a dirty tarp and still manages to look more intimidating than anyone else in the film. He stitches up his own arm without so much as an aspirin. Meanwhile, I need 3 ibuprofen and a day off work if I stub my toe. This guy is on another level. If society ever collapses, I want to be on his team. Then there's the sheer incompetence of the police force. At one point, they use a helicopter to track down a guy in the woods, who literally blends into the woods. This is the equivalent of trying to find Waldo in a candy cane factory. And when they finally think they've got the upper hand, Rambo flips the script, and suddenly, they're the ones hiding behind trees and praying for their lives. The town itself takes a serious beating. By the end of the film, it looks like a demolition derby rolled through. Windows shattered, buildings burning, and one gas station looking like it just lost a fight with a flamethrower. Hope, Washington probably had a serious town meeting after this, titled, What Did We Learn from That Time We Angered a Green Beret? And let's not forget the iconic headband moment. It's like the ultimate signal that things are about to go from bad to pray for mercy. The second he ties that thing around his forehead, you know things are escalating to the point where insurance companies start sweating. The final moment between Rambo and Troutman is surprisingly touching. It's the moment where all the carnage and explosions fade, and you see the raw pain of a man who just wanted a place in the world. He didn't start this war, he was just looking for a warm meal and some peace. Instead, he got a full-blown manhunt, which, honestly, is the worst Yelp review a town could possibly get. So grab some popcorn, watch Rambo outsmart an entire police force, and remember, if you ever find yourself in a small town with a suspiciously aggressive sheriff, maybe just keep walking. Or, at the very least, make sure you're not wearing a suspiciously rugged sweater. Or, don't carry the aura of a one-man army on a casual Tuesday. And most importantly, if a man with a 1,000-yard stare walks in, just let him eat his sandwich. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.
Bye.